So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you're broke, you got Rachel on the line. It's like you're always stuck in the scammer's world. When it isn't your wallet, your gift cards, your bank, or even your Bitcoin. She'll be there for you. 'Cause she always is. She'll be there for you to take all your moolah. She'll be there for you. Rachel, please stop. Rach, baby, I know what Ross did was... School lunchtime, you were on a break. But that doesn't mean every Tom, Dick, and Harry needs your loving. Furthermore, and obviously when I use the word furthermore, you know I'm incensed. I have a perfectly good, couch back there. I'll move some things, but it's perfectly good to relax and chill on, you know? I know I'm no Joey Tribbiani, but I'll share my food with you. Do you know how much that means? When are you gonna slide into my DMs?
I don't know.
A 43-year-old man from Southampton here across the pond has decided to get swindled by Jennifer Aniston. Paul Davis was bombarded with messages and even videos from this supposed Jennifer claiming that she had love for him, and of course she wanted some of that sweet green. And I'm not talking about the devil's lettuce because, well, actually you could argue the devil's lettuce has been well and truly smoked because this story is absolutely insane. Now, of course, Jennifer had to stake her claim. I'm the real Jennifer. All them Jennies out there, they're nothing to me. She goes on to say, please be careful and stop liking any of my pictures on any fake account. It's going to put you in trouble. And don't comment too, okay, hun? Now you have found me, you have to block and delete all the fake account you're chatting with. I don't want anything to hurt you, please. Paul says, okay, cool. The most nonchalant, okay, cool ever, Paul. So, nice to know you're just very trusting. There on your screen is Jennifer Aniston's driving license, because that's what you do to prove you're real. Here's my sensitive information. This is my real driving license. You texting with the real Jennifer Aniston, okay? Don't go to Facebook to reply anyone anymore. Don't comment on any page so you don't get into problems. Okay, I see what you mean with 2 question marks, which signals Paul maybe has doubts about this. But Jennifer, I know obviously you're Jennifer Aniston, right? But that doesn't mean you can tell me how to live life. If I want to comment on other Jennifer Aniston's pages, then let me, you know? I wouldn't, though. If Jennifer Aniston actually told me don't do anything, I wouldn't do anything. Next up, I'm going to show you an oh-so-romantic exchange between the two lovebirds. What time will you send it to me, my love? Are you there, my love? Kiss emoji. My subscription is about to expired. Can you please... Sorry, there was no please in there. How dare I make the scammer seem more polite than they actually are? Can you send me the $100 Apple card to purchase, my love? Kiss emoji, kiss emoji. Here's a picture of me doing the kiss emoji in real life. I will later. Bye. Okay, which time, my love? 8-ish. What is your time now? 2 questions I have here. The first one being, I will later. Bye? Now, I don't want to obviously input any sort of emotional relationship guru-ness into the situation, but that doesn't seem like how someone in love or anything would speak to their partner. But maybe he's annoyed, right? The second question being, why is Jennifer's name saved as Jennifer 2? I don't know if Paul has multiple Jennifers just hanging off the line, hanging by a thread off of his machismo, but I'm confused, so...
What the hell's going on over here?
Next up, we have a heartbeat-skipping conversation between the two lovebirds, who, at this point, I don't actually think they're lovebirds, and more so, he's just trying to meet her or something, but we'll get into this. Look at this great conversation once again. My fan card isn't 500. They asked for more. I got the cheap one. They gave you the fake one, not just cheap. So I got nothing. My fan card is 200. They asked for more Apple cards. Don't worry. I will personally make sure you get my fan card. And because of this, I will let my manager accept 100 from you. I don't take risks no more. Alright, you know what? You're not getting through my manager. Get 100 and I will personally get you my fan card. Some things to point out there. First of all, I'm glad, seemingly, Paul isn't going to take any more risks here. I also have the question of, does it seem like Jennifer is happy, or better yet, nonchalant about her management team supposedly conning Paul? Hey, fake fan card for you. She doesn't really seem to care. She wants more money out of you, so... Jennifer, this is very bad of you, okay? But also, going back off the Jennifer 2 name, why is her name now Jennifer Aniston in this conversation? Where's the 2 gone? Maybe Paul dumped off a number 2 in the swimming pool, flushed it. Things are seeming clearer now. But obviously, that doesn't really make sense. But none of this makes sense, does it? At the end of it all, he'd forked over £200, which is roughly $270 US at the time of recording this, in the form of Apple gift cards to his Central Perk partner. Which, again, I don't really think they're in love in this situation, but she's claiming my love and stuff. So actually, maybe I take that back. They're kind of in love.
I don't know how I feel.
Now, it's not just Paul being swindled by Jennifer Aniston, because as we've seen, there are many Jennifer Aniston scams out there in the world, but Paul actually knows someone else who's been swindled by not only Jennifer Aniston, but the 200,606th Jennifer Aniston of the world. Hey! Congratulations, my database randomly selected you as one of the luckiest winner on the Facebook page, and you get a prize of $300,000. Kindly provide your active call phone number and your home address where your money package will be delivered to. Now, I don't know what kind of finances Jennifer Aniston is rocking with, but to win $300,000 from Facebook on her profile, like, I don't even know what kind of poll she would have done. Like, what's the game we've played? I would have entered if you'd let me know. But this person in question that Paul knows spunked over $1,000 on Apple gift cards in relation to this.
Allegedly.
Now, when I say end of it all, I only mean Jennifer Aniston, because Paul has had his inbox filled many a time with others. You got the singer, Ellie Goulding, sending over this immaculately crafted piece of paper claiming her realness. Great handwriting there, Ellie. That is definitely the way to get someone to love me like you do, la la, love me like you do. Because I love that handwriting, and that's probably a very niche reference if you don't know Ellie Goulding.
You're fake laughing too, right?
Oh, the tears are real.
Here's Elon Musk taking a picture with a bottle of wine and once again a lovely note. And you might be asking yourself, what did Paul win? Why is he a winner? Let's take a look at what he's won, shall we? Congratulations to you, Ma/Sir. We are very happy with your comments. Thank you, because your profile is selected by me, Mr. Elon Musk, as the winner to be celebrated with $500,000 with brown Tesla car. To receive your package, kindly send accept. To claim your winnings, prize SMX. Note, Elon Musk will never ask you for money, so just pay attention and follow my instructions. I love the fact that Elon Musk here apparently is referring to himself in third person. Elon Musk will never ask you for money, but I'm Elon Musk. Listen to my what are you talking about? Maybe you've been sipping on the bottle of wine a bit too much. Put it down. It's for Paul, man. Also, brown Tesla. Are there even brown Teslas? Get a grip, Elon, in quotations, because I have to do that. And to top it all off, Mark Zuckerberg is sliding into them DMs, but it's an AI version of Mark Zuckerberg. Here is an image of said Mark Zuckerberg, his eyes bulging out of his face for some reason. I got no idea what's going on there. In that video, he uses God and verses such as Psalms 32:10 to, I guess, instill a level of trust in Paul, and claims that he's about to receive the cash moolahs, of course, and a car, because he's winning all the cars, Paul is. The moolah in question is 500 smackaroons, $500,000, and a Range Rover. Now, obviously, depending on your car preferences, but money-wise, that's a better deal than Elon's offering. So, miss me with that, Elon, unless you raise it to 600k or something. And the worst part about this, because, you know, I feel silly actually saying that, because there's a lot about this that could be seen as the worst. But the worst part about this particular Mark Zuckerberg one is that scammers actually sent a certificate with said winnings to Paul. Look at that on your screen right now. Pause it. Take in all the glory of it. I guess I gotta give kudos to the scammers for putting in some effort here. It's not the usual, here's a message, here's a badly photoshopped image of me claiming to be said celebrity. They printed something and sent him a certificate. Wow, scammers are evolving, aren't they? It's actually mind-boggling to hear that Paul, I guess, considered any of this, right? Not necessarily did he fall for the Elon Musk, the Ellie Goulding, the Mark Zuckerberg, because it is reported that he only was swindled by Jennifer Aniston, so who knows the reasonings behind that. Maybe he thought there was an in to being, I guess, Jennifer's lover or something. But it's mind-boggling that any of this was considered, because in his own words, they make it look so real. Paul, my man, what part of Mark Zuckerberg's eyes, looking like he's just descended from another planet, screams making it look real? The others, cool, maybe you're not knowledgeable about scams and you don't really know that celebrities are not sending you pictures holding up handwritten notes. But the eyes of the Mark Zuckerberg, not only does his eyes look shambolic, but the voice, it's very robotic, and it doesn't take much to actually search for a Mark Zuckerberg interview to hear his real voice. But again, you gotta stay vigilant about these things, even if scams are not at the front of your, or at the forefront of your mind, and you're not too clued up on them. You just have to be wary of things that just don't seem real. Too good to be true, right? So as I mentioned, it is only reportedly anyway that the Jennifer Aniston shenanigans was the only thing that he got swindled for. So in the grand scheme of things, especially we've seen other victims delve into sometimes hundreds and thousands of dollars. In the grand scheme of things, there's potentially a silver lining here for Paul, in that it wasn't a crazy buttload of money, I guess. It's still a lot of money, of course. I mean, I'd love for someone to just willy-nilly send me £200, but in the grand scheme of it, it's not the most. Paul does go on to say that he is struggling with his mental health and he's unable to work as the constant toll of all these scams bombarding him is too much to bear at times. And in his own words, I can't keep taking that sort of hit. They're asking for bank details, credit card info, everything. I want to say, I'm not sure it can be seen as taking a hit if it is just merely them asking. You are definitely taking the hit if you are continuously sending money, gift cards, again, personal information. But if it is reported that the Jennifer Aniston one is the only one he was swindled by, then, hey, again, take solace in the fact that you haven't been as damaged as some other victims. Of course, it can definitely be hard and annoying to constantly receive messages like this. I know firsthand how annoying scam messages are to receive. Like, just leave me alone, please. I know it's your job, but do you have nothing else better to do in your day other than bombard my phone? Ping, 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 ping. My phone has never pinged that much. Please, guys, you're making me feel as if I got friends, but it's bad. But I hope he is able to recognize, and from his words, it does seem like he's able to recognize this. I hope he's able to recognize that he can't allow himself to further fall into the scammer's hands. Especially considering that he's unable to work, I hope he recognizes that he's got to now put himself first. Even if it does mean turning down lucrative winnings, right? And even if you are able to work and earn money, I can't emphasize enough that it shouldn't mean you being comfortable with losing what you've earned, worked for, just because, hey, I could recoup it back. But how many times are you going to be able to recoup it back? You may unfortunately find yourself in a position where you're unable to work, and now you've got nothing to fall back on because you've spunked it all away. What I'm trying to say, I guess, is it doesn't matter if you have the ability to afford to lose money, to lose your privacy, or to even lose your security in the hopes that, or just a very slither of a chance, that you're able to win something that's too good to be true. Maybe become romantically involved with a celebrity. Or, and we see this a lot, for the opportunity to make more money through Bitcoin or whatever type of service that the scammer is offering you. Stay safe, be vigilant, watch out for any friends that come and try and do things to you, but friends as in Jennifer Aniston type because of the sitcom. But then also friends in real life, because you stay vigilant, okay? You never know, your friend could turn on a dime, you know? Hopefully you learned something, such as Jennifer Aniston really is doing too much. Too many lovers. We gotta slow down, Jennifer, please. Because I'm just waiting for you. Yeah, I'm getting jealous. But in all seriousness, I do hope Paul is able to work on his mental health with a professional, if need be, and if available. Because outside of the scam, it's not reported on how he lives in terms of, does he have friends and family around him that are able to comfort him, support him? I don't know his financial situation, for example. So I just hope he can work on his mental health. I hope he's able to bounce back from this. It does seem like he is learning from this with the words that he uses when speaking to Jennifer. I don't want to take risks anymore. I can't afford to take risks anymore. So I hope he's learned from this. But I also want to open up the floor for a discussion in terms of me asking this. why did he fall for Jennifer? I'd like to know the reasoning why he didn't fall for Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg's lucrative winnings, right? I mean, that kind of money can change your life. So I'd love to know what swayed him towards Jennifer Aniston. Was it, I guess, the opportunity to be with Jennifer Aniston? But also, even if that is the case, his messages to her didn't really seem loving in nature. So, especially compared to Jennifer's messages to him. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Editing H here before the video ends, just because I have to do my due diligence. None of these people are real, okay? Elon's not actually doing it. Jennifer's not actually doing this. Mark's not actually, just none of them. It's all a scam, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.